Ella Mimai de Soba Rebbe Meir. So now we're holding Makshinin. So Rebbe Meir, now we're learning Rebbe Meir it can be holding, like we said before, that he holds that the Avadim, you can make a Shvu on Avadim. That's where we're coming out. Rebbe Meir is known to have made a hekesh between Avadim and Karka. Rebbe Meir does hold of the shita that whatever we say by Avadim, we say by Karka. Therefore, by Karka, he should also be able to make a shvu on Karka, because that's what he holds by Avadim. Ma Eved Nishbayin, Av Karka Nishbayin. Just as you can make a shvu on Avadim, should be able to make a shvu on Karka, according to Rebbe Meir. And that would work out well with our Mishnah, because our Mishnah says that he's also making a shvu on Karka. As we said, either on the cotton, the big Eved, or the small Eved, or the Soda Gedola, or the Soda Katana. And he's Yeshova, the Meicher makes a shvua. If he would be saying that, when it says, and we can't be sure that he does say that. Dilma, a Eved who did Ishbayin about a Karka lo. Because we can't really be sure. Maybe Rebbe Meir, even though he makes a hekesh that the dinim which apply by Avadim apply by Karka, but maybe the reason he holds that there's shvua by Avadim is because they're like metatlim, because they walk, they can move around, but Karka can't move around. So maybe he doesn't say his din by that. We can't be sure. And if one says lo sachat, no, you shouldn't think that way. We should understand that Rebbe Meir holds that also by Karka there's a shvua, and then that would work out well with our Mishnah, which is to say that our Mishnah is Rebbe Meir. And how do we know that Rebbe Meir holds as a shvu by Karka? Detanya, we learn in the Brisa, HaMachlif Parav, this is a Brisa, similar to our Mishnah. HaMachlif Parav B'chamor, the Yolda gave birth. V'chein HaMoicher Shifchosol B'Yolda, or someone who sold with money a shifcha and it gave birth. So Zeh Omer B'Rishusai V'Zel Shoisek. One says that it gave birth in his reshus, and the vlad is his. The other one was silent. So Zocha, the one who said it was born in his reshus, will be Zoicha to the vlad. Zeomer Eini Yodea, one says, I'm not sure where the vlad was born. Zeomer Eini Yodea, then the other one also is unsure. They're both Shema. Yachloku, that's like we learned, that would be Sumchis. Yachloku, Maman Amotu was Suffolk. This one claims that it was born in his reshus, and the other one also claims that it was born in his reshus. They're both bari. Yeshova, there is a shvua here. I guess the same reason there's a chiyuv shvua d'oraisa, and even Sumchus could agree with that. There'll have to be a shvua. And the reason, why is there a shvua d'oraisa here? Because there's a mode of mixus over here. What's the mode of mixus? We're talking about a vlad. The meicher is agreeing that he owes the mother. The question is the vlad. So he's admitting to the mother. And that's called mode of mixus. There is a chiyuv shvu d'oraisa, therefore Sufis would agree you can't say yachloku.
Say it's a different name. I said before. It's the mother is not the baby is not.
No, the mother is considered the baby. The mother and the baby is yerech echad, is one. Same man. Rashi says. As unfortunately explains, like Uber Kiyerich Imo, they're the same min. So that's more makes sense. And then Marisa continues. Hamoicher, and then Hamoicher Sheberishu Yeshova, who makes the shvu in that case? Yeshova Hamoicher Sheberishu Sag Yolda, that it gave birth in his reshus. Lefi shekol hanishboyin shebetayra nishboyin below mishalmin. Divrei Rebbe Meir. Because why is it the moicha? Like we explained, why is it the moicha that's making the shvu? Because he's the one that would be ki'ilu by making a shvu, being parted from having to pay. Because he's saying that the vlad was his own, and he doesn't have to give it to the lokeach. So by making a shvu, he doesn't have to give it. Whoever's reshus it's found in is the one making the shvu, and by making the shvu, it putters him from having to give up the vlad which is in his reshus. That's
It doesn't say the seller swears.
right. So I guess the vlad was right.
It doesn't say it's in his reshus though. This seems to imply that wherever it is, the seller swears. No.
No, Shivashus Hamoiche, Yeshua Hamoiche, Shivashuso Yolda, that it was in his shoes.
When it gave birth, but not necessarily now.
It was in his shoes. That it was born in his shoes.
Right, but it could be that at the time of the court case, it's in the other issues.
Then it would have probably been born in the other person's shoes. But so we see from here that
This one says in my domain, that one says in my domain. The seller swears.
right. I'm just explaining why the seller is the one explaining because it's not so clear. You're right. No, so there, whoever is, I guess, whoever's reshus, they're calling him the Meicher. So I guess the Meicher maybe was Moshech the Chamor, and then the Lokech was kind of the power wherever it was in the reshus of the Meicher. So the Vlad, question is, was the Vlad born before or after the Mashiach of the Chamor? And so he has to make that would be like the case. Here the Meicher has to make a shvua, and that it was born before the Mashiach of the Chamor, and then he will. And he's just explaining why the Meicher, because the Meicher is the one who, by making the shvu, becomes pater from having to give over the Vlad. He's pater from having to pay. And that's Rabbi Meir. Ein nishboyin, there's no shvu, lo ala avadim, lo ala karkos. There's no shvu over here. You don't have to make the shvu on the avadim, because we're talking about a shivcha also. And not on karka ice, even though the karka ice were not mentioned over here. Right. So the Gemara says, the fact that the Chachamim come and in contrast to Rabbi Meir, who said that you make a shvu on this Evid, the Chachamim came and said you don't make a shvu on an Avadim or on Karka. Gemara says, Love Mechlal, to Rabbi Meir, Soba, Nishboyin, you make a shvu on Karka, because the Chachamim came and said, no, we don't make a shvu on Avadim or on Karka. And Rabbi Meir was saying we do make the shvu on the Avadim. So mashma he would be saying that you do make a shvu on Karka also. One says, no, you don't have to learn that way. It could be the reason that the Chachamim said you don't make a shvu on Avadim or on Karka doesn't mean that Rabbi Meir holds you do. It just could mean that what they were trying to say was we don't understand why Rabbi Meir says shvu on Avadim. Just as Rabbi Meir, you agree with us about Karka, that you don't make a shvu on Karka, you should be agreeing to us that you don't make a shvu on Avadim. That could be what the Chachamim were trying to say when they said the word Karka. Not that they're contrasting completely to Rebbe Meir, just that they mentioned you don't make shvu on Avadim or on Karka. And if they need to say Rebbe Meir, just as you agreed with us with Karka, Son of